Hi, beautiful. You know what happens when people whip out the bleach? Absolute chaos. Always a disaster in some way or another. And I'm sure that's exactly what we're gonna see today. This is gonna get scary very quickly. I talked to my ChatGPT therapist before this, so I'm good.
I'm sure by the title you already know what this is. Hopefully the title says bleaching my hair and dyeing it pink. Hopefully it does not say shaving my head.
Surprisingly, no, it doesn't say shaving your head. It does say bleaching my hair and dyeing it pink though. Yeah, so we're gonna go through a lot because her hair is dark as fuck.
Bubblegum kind of color. Also, like, not that. 10 months ago, in January, I was like, I haven't dyed my hair in 8 years. And ever since, it's been virgin hair because I did like a pixie cut like 5 years ago. I just haven't dyed my hair in forever, and I was like, it would be so fun.
Her hair's so pretty. That stuff is healthy. That is 8 years of pure virgin hair grown the old-fashioned way through the scalp. You know what I mean? Like, that is good quality. That's that real. And she's about to destroy it.
I'm dreaming of going to Sally Beauty Supply. That was like a big part of this. I want to feel like these girlies in the reaction videos.
You gotta go to Sally and you gotta check out XMONDO color and XMONDO hair at Sally.
Driving their ass to Sally's and doing a little haul. So that's what we're gonna do. First things first, we have a controversial product. We have the Ion Cream Lightener. Brad, baby, if you're watching this, I know you don't like this. However, the powdered bleaches offered at Sally's were like kind of not the greatest from what I understood from reviews.
Okay, it is that I don't like cream lightener. I just never had a good experience with it, but I think it might just be me. I just feel like it's not that powerful. I just like to stick to the old-fashioned, you know, powder. But yeah, you can use that for sure, I guess.
We have the corresponding 30 volume developer. We got some gloves, not one but two mixing bowls. We got a little 2-pack of brushes.
Don't you guys wish all this stuff came together in one beautiful package? Like, you don't have to buy all these things individually. Should I make something?
Some little clippy clips. Comb. And then I did get a bond builder, but I didn't realize that when you use this, it does like dilute the developer. I'm not gonna use it in my bleach mixture, but it does say that you can use it with semi-permanent color as well. So that's what I'm gonna do.
She's got the cream, she got the 30 volume, she got the bond booster. We're looking good. Things are looking great. That is exactly what I would have done. Maybe not those exact brands, but hey, it works. Yeah, she definitely needs some 30 volume on that hair. Personally, I like using 30 volume. That doesn't mean every hairstylist uses 30 volume. I like my processing times fast, and I like to work fast. So 30 volume is my girl. Okay, fast forward, she did a test strand. Let's see how it came out.
All right, I just washed out the test strand. You guys ready to see the results? See what happens when you follow directions? It's perfectly even, which was the main objective.
Listen, that is a beautiful test strand. However, I know you aren't about to take sections that small. And that is good evidence of what happens when you do sections very small. You get good results. But guess what? You're not gonna do that. I don't know you're not, but I'm guessing you're not because nobody ever does small enough sections. They always take huge chunks. Baby, I'm talking paper thin. We need it paper thin in this bitch. You know what I mean? Okay, she's working around the head and I love what I'm seeing. She is doing actually beautiful foils. Like really great foils. She's not crumpling the foils. How are you not a hairdresser? Like you have a talent. You have a serious talent. Sorry, I can't believe you've never done this before and you're not a hairstylist and this is just very impressive. She's putting a great amount of bleach on her hair. She's taking the thin, small sections like I wanted, which is awesome. And she's putting foils on the hair. That is going to definitely help her hair get light enough. Going from this black hair / very dark brown hair to the platinum blonde we need to do pink is gonna be a task. She's on the road to success, but who knows what's gonna happen.
I was anticipating that one section was gonna take 15 minutes, but the first one took me 30 minutes and the second one took me about 15.
That's a lot of time to spend on one section. If you are gonna rinse this all out at the same time, don't do that. You gotta time your sections differently if you wanna do this properly, if you're gonna take that long. Typically, we wanna take like 15 minutes per section, but that's with somebody standing behind your head doing it for you. So I understand why this took so long and you only did like a little 2-inch section. So you're gonna need to speed up or you're gonna need to time your sections differently. Or else you're gonna have one section that rinses out white and the other section that rinses out orange or red.
I do think I'm gonna have to wash it out at different times still, which is confusing. Everything's fine so far though. I still like don't feel like I neglected the technique. I think it's okay. I'm hoping that's a good amount of root.
Guys, I am shocked. I think this might be the best looking foil job I've ever seen done at home. The only thing I'm gonna say is you don't need to close every foil like that. You can lay down one foil, put down your section, paint that section, layer another foil on top, and so on and so forth. And then when you're done with that entire portion, close it all together. You don't need to close every individual foil. That's just a lot of work and it's like completely unnecessary.
What does the back look like? I don't know. I have more bleach mixed up and 20 minutes until maybe I should do another section. I think I'm gonna do a front section. Let's do it.
Okay, this is where we went wrong. Don't do the front section unless you start in the front. And then you can time the front different than the back. And then you can put your head down in the sink and rinse the front first. But don't go to the front now. No, 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 no. That is the most fragile hair. That's where we want to end. Unless you're doing the other thing I just said. In your case, that's where we want to end our color job. We don't want to start there. We don't want that to be the second thing we do. It makes no sense. What's going on there? How did we end up doing that? What happened?
Time to wash out this back section, basically.
She's leaving a great amount of hair at the root for sure. That's awesome. It's like about an inch of hair, which is always what we want to see. We don't want any more or any less.
And the decision to do this front section was kind of impulsive because I was just like, well, I have 18 minutes and more bleach.
The last thing I want to hear from you guys is the word impulsive when we're doing any kind of bleach thing to our hair. Don't be impulsive. Be strategic and smart.
I'm about to shower and rinse this section out, and I'm hoping that this situation is not gonna come crashing down in the shower. Okay, y'all, it's the end of night one. It is 1:45 in the morning. Here's where we're at. This has gotta be the most unflattering hair color I've ever seen.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, first of all, you either rinsed it out too soon or you needed to reapply your bleach. I mean, there's so many things I can pick on right now. Which other one should I pick though? Also, what the fuck happened? Why didn't you color the back? Okay, if you guys are gonna do this at home, you need to give yourself an entire day. Like, start at 6 a.m. because you will finish late. It'll take you 15 hours to do this. It's a long process and it sucks. It sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it sucks.
Yeah, the two biggest sections I still have not even touched. I will say, I think it's good. I'm a little disappointed in my work.
I also think it's good. However, like, we definitely could have got it to white blonde with one step. With enough lightener, with reapplying lightener, with foils, like everything combined, leaving it on long enough. We could have gotten to that pale yellow color, but we got more like to copper, which is kind of unfortunate because now you have to bleach the whole thing again.
I left way too much root, which is literally what I was saying I did in the test strand, and I was like, let me not do that, and I still did it.
Ooh, yeah, that is a lot of root. That looks like about 1.5 inches, not an inch. Ah, I hate to see it. The heat from the scalp isn't gonna hit that hair.
So now I'm kind of concerned about banding when I do hit the roots. Again, like, it's good, but it's not great. There is some like variation of tone. This side is a different color than this side.
Oh God, you know what? She's pointing out things that I don't even notice right now, which it's definitely true. One side is a shade lighter than the other. Babe, I thought you did a good job, but I'm retracting what I said before. Yeah, we're gonna need to work on this a bit. It's kind of a mess.
You think you've saturated enough, you haven't. There really is no harm in like adding more bleach. You're gonna get a better result. So like, I washed out this side.
No downside to adding more bleach is a crazy statement because it will chew your hair up. You may have some breakage.
I have all of this left to do and then a whole nother round and then the roots to be on schedule. So we have this section to do today. However, I just now was like, wait a damn minute. If this is my section, even if I get it thinner than this is, look how wide this is.
Guys, I can't get over how nice her hair is. It's so beautiful. It's so high quality and just gorgeous. I love a good blonde head of hair, but like, damn, that brown is rich. That brown is rich and desirable, I will say. And yeah, you got a lot of it. She's taking more than 4 sections, which is really important because she has a ton of hair. When I section that hair into like 8 sections, it's probably be good for her.
I do think for the second round of bleach that I'm gonna do to my whole head, I only need to lift like 2 levels. It's not this intensive, and so I do think I'm going to just do an open air application.
Yes! Yes, Diva. Open air application. You sound like a hairdresser when you say things. I love it. That is such a good idea. I was gonna recommend the exact same thing. Now that your hair is nice orangey, coppery color, you can definitely do an open air application this time. You do not need that much heat to get this to a pale yellow now. We just need to break through that orange and you're good to go. Open air is fine. Just make sure there's air going between the sections and you don't just like scrunch everything down in your head like everybody else does. We'll see though.
I tried to leave out less root, but this is not easy. Overall, I do think I'm doing okay still. Okay, so I officially need to go to Sally's.
I love how she's gonna go to Sally with like one section dark. I mean, it's not like the people at the store give a fuck. Like, they've seen it all. They have seen it all. They have been through it all with you guys. I know these employees are tired.
It is Saturday at 6 p.m. and I still have not completed one full round of bleach. I think I will do the roots.
Girl, this is a lot. How are you still not done? Like, you're still going at it and you still haven't done your roots. It's been like 2 days, no? Yes, it has been. What are we doing? Go faster.
And then if there's like a big mismatch from the root to the mids, which I hope there's not, but there very well could be, I'm gonna do a second round of bleach anyways, but hopefully I'll like cancel out that banding if it happens with the second round of bleach. I think I'll feel more excited once there's like a visible change.
Literally every time I do a project like this for somebody, I'm like, this will be so fun. Yay, let's bring your hair from black to blonde. It'll be so exciting. I am on the brink of ending my life. Who said that? Who said that? And then I finish it and I'm like, oh, it was sort of worth it because I got all the serotonin. You get a dopamine rush when you are done with it and it feels so good. Oh, it's like it's like what I imagine Sabrina Carpenter feels when she finishes a performance. Like that's what I get. That's the feeling I get.
Yeah, look at that little crunchy little guy.
Okay, so she finished all the mids and ends. She's doing her roots now. Well, let's see how that goes.
So the plan is we're gonna hit these roots with some 10 volume. I think it's gonna be really hard.
Okay, 10 volume is a choice because I'm just not sure 10 volume is gonna break through all the 8 levels we need to break through to get it to a level 10. 20 volume would have been better for you, I feel like. However, you might work really slow through this. Maybe she'll switch to 20 volume in the front of her head. We'll see.
It wasn't just like a little inch of also, it's like, it is only 10 volume, but do I still leave it the full time? I don't know. Let's look at that. It's already looking pretty light. Okay, y'all. It's Sunday, and here's where we're at. I really f***ed myself with how much root I left out in that first round of bleach. It's so uneven.
I wish I could laugh on camera. My laughs are not fake. I told you this in another video, but whenever I know that the camera's on me, I immediately stop laughing. Like, it's a problem. Maybe it's like an OCD thing. Like, I can't laugh. It's so annoying. I just pretend to laugh because I really feel like laughing, but I can't. Anyways, her... See, I just stopped again. Her hair is so we were doing so good, and then we decided to put 10 volume on and clearly left it on for not enough time at all. Or maybe the 10 volume just only lifted her 3 levels, like the max it can lift. That's not a lot of power, babe. 10 volume is not a lot. Don't do that. Next time, 20 volume for like an hour at least. After the first 30 minutes, work that bleach through the ends too, because you need another 30 minutes on the ends too.
You can clearly see where my sections were right here. And basically what happened with this is I'm applying.
Babe, that looks crazy. I fear you already know that, but holy shit, it came out 10 times worse than I thought it was gonna come out. This is an absolute mess. She has brown hair at her roots. She has blonde hair on the sides. She has orange mids and ends. She has orange roots in the back. Everything is a mess. This is a place you don't want to end up. Like, this is so hard because this ends up being a color correction. You have to do so many different things to the hair at this point to get this all to be one color, and it's very complicated.
Whoa, this shit lightened up so quick. And so I washed it out, and it obviously wasn't done processing up here. I got a lot of little root things to fix, and then I still need to do a whole other round of bleach on my whole head to get it lighter because it's still super orange. Now I'm gonna show you even more disappointing things. After I bleach this again, I do intend to tone it, and I have something in my hands that is an even more controversial product than the cream lightener.
I know what she's gonna say. She's gonna say T18, and I'm gonna cry.
T18. Hear me out. It's not a bleach fail without T18. I also got T14, T18 violet tone.
Okay, she got T14 too. It's just hard to select a toner before you have lightened your hair. I don't know if I've said I don't like T18. And if I have, I take it back. I like T18. I used T18 for like years on myself. So I hope I didn't say I don't like it. It's just that you guys don't ever use it right. It needs to go on like pale yellow hair to get that result that's on the box. Okay, off camera, she is applying the bleach again to her roots, her mids, her ends, everywhere she can find to get this all to be one solid color. So let's see how that came out.
Okay, so after everything, here's where we got. It's like 2 in the morning. I'm stopping here. Sure, I could go in with more bleach and even out some of these tones because it's pretty like multicolored, but like we gotta stop.
Yeah, it's still multicolored for sure. It's still definitely not one color, so I don't know. I need water. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? Oh, you're gonna use T14 over yellow hair? Great.
What is that? And where my hair was parted in the middle, back here, where I was having a really hard time getting these little dark spots, I have a little chemical burn.
I need to do a little dance so I can like sit here and watch this painful thing happen. This is painful. I knew that was gonna happen because you just applied bleach twice to your scalp in one day. You literally always get chemical burns when you do that. Okay, fine, not always, but like you usually get chemical burns when you do that. I've done it to myself a million times. All right, let's apply this toner. Right?
Okay, hey, we just did a whole nother round of bleach on this bottom section.
Oh, wait, sorry. We're still going with the bleach? I mean, listen, she could definitely use more bleaching. She needs to get this another shade lighter if she wants to do this properly. She has pale yellow, she has yellow, she has orange. Girl, it's getting crazier. It's getting more and more multicolored as we go. Give it a break.
I like fucked up last night and like we've gone too far now and my hair is damaged and it's pretty compromised. Not pretty compromised, like it's fine actually. My life is just about to be hair care.
Yeah. And the top is still yellow. By the way, she just bleached her whole head again. The underneath looks like it is on its last leg, and if you put any more bleach on there, I caution you. Don't do it. Stop now. Just put this T14 toner that's gonna do nothing to your hair on your hair and call it a day.
At the way my hair right here is literally white. I went too far. And maybe I'm wrong, but that does not seem correct. I just feel like that is like one hairbrush away from breaking off.
Oh, you're right. You're right. If you put any more bleach on there, it's going down. It's going into the graveyard.
Got the toner on my whole head. I did try to go like light in that area. I started here, so that'll be on the longest. And I did use the whole thing, so it's nice and juicy. This purple is a fun color. You guys, we're near the finish line.
Okay, honestly, I love this purple shade on her. It's a blonde toner, so it's probably not gonna come out this shade, but like if it did, tea, because it's kind of cute. This looks dark though. How is she not freaking out?
Here we are, post permanent toning. Whatever happens now happens. The time is now to apply the pink. It might not turn out how I want it.
I forgot she was going pink. Also, why are you not using XMONDO color? Thank God we're covering up this mess. It is silver and it's yellow, it is white in all different areas, but she is coloring it pink and it's a dark pink. This is probably gonna be good. Yes.
Okay, I'll be back. I have the pink dye on.
Oh girl, that pink don't look dark enough. I forgot she was trying to do like a baby pastel pink. That's not dark enough. We need to go hot pink and then maybe it'll fade to light pink. But this, it's gonna be splotchy and multicolored.
See how it's like light right there? And so, I don't know. I've saturated as best I could.
It's just not dark enough. Go with a darker color next time.
It seems as though my hair is so damaged and lacking protein that it will not hold the color. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna wait a week again. I'm not gonna wash my hair for a week. And then I'm gonna go buy this expensive protein treatment. I'm gonna do the protein treatment and then I might still probably get a darker pink just to ensure that it covers after the protein treatment. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking cry myself to sleep, but it's okay, there are solutions. And that's where I left off before I went to bed. And then I woke up this morning and I am having an allergic reaction. I have hives. I have hives from this dye. And so I can't.
No! You have hives and your hair doesn't look great? That's a tough morning. That is a morning I don't wish on my worst enemy. Even my worst enemy. I am a Scorpio after all. She definitely needs to dye us again. I mean, this is a long journey. She's gonna dye it again pink. I see it.
Do this. I'm tired. I'm over it. I don't want to be doing this with my time right now.
She's going hot pink. By the way, guys, when your hair is multicolored like this and you want to cover up the multicoloredness, you gotta go with a dark fashion color. Okay, hot pink, deep purple, blues, those types of things will cover up this mess.
Here's the hair after a second round of pink dye. It's still patchy. I wish I could say I was entirely happy with it. I think it looks really good right now.
So it's a month later and I do have a pretty big hair update to show you. Here it is. Ta-da! I finally love it. This is my color. Like, who is she? Basically, I lived with that light pink color for like pretty much a whole month. I even retouched it once with the same light pink and it would look good up until the first wash and then all the patches of color would just start showing. And like watching all this back now and having some time away from the bleaching process, it's very easy to see that like my base was just not even. So obviously the color was not gonna be even on top. I don't know why that was so hard for me to comprehend. And so I bit the bullet yesterday and was like, I'm gonna get a darker pink. That's not what I initially wanted, but this looks so much better on me.
That pink looks so good. That's what I wanted you to do the entire time, and I'm so glad you did it. Oh my God, yes!
Now the lighting's not great because I've just got these delivered and I was obviously like, I just want to do this right here, right now. But when I do show the final result, I will do it in proper lighting. Now, reason I've decided to change my hair colour again is I thought just going brunette, dark brunette like black, will be so easy to maintain. But my roots, my grey like roots are coming through, and because I put a red underneath as well, I'm getting like a red line coming through. So hair history, lightened, brown, red, black. You know what is lightening a little bit at the end. So that's the hair history.
She really said lighten, brown, red, black. Ah! No, don't tell me it's true. If you didn't understand that, I mean, she lightened her hair like all over. She went brown, and then she put red on top of it, and then black. Ah! And now she's trying to go back to blonde. Why? God dang. Good luck breaking through all those levels. If you guys don't understand why it's so hard to do that, well, your hair strand only can take so much, you know? It can only be lifted so many times and then deposited so many color molecules until shit just gets crazy and hectic and you start to not really know what's gonna happen. That's where she is right now.
We're gonna go in, first of all, the color remover and to see whether we can get a lot of this color out. Okay, now looking on here, unwanted color here, so then we should be going to like this red color.
Okay, we are doing color remover, probably a good idea for her because she has so much artificial pigment stuck in her hair. She wants to get that color pigment out first, which is good. It's a great way to start something like this. She's applying this very heavily to her hair, which is always great. And she's leaving out her root, which is also great. If you have roots, when you're doing color remover, avoid them. You don't need to color remove color that is not removable, as in your natural hair color. That's not what color remover is for. Color remover is for artificial pigmentation.
Okay, first let's just see how the hair is so bad. What was I thinking? Okay, so bearing in mind this didn't look as crazy as this, it's because it's been slept in.
I don't know why she's saying it looks crazy. It looks really good. I actually think the result looks really, really, really nice. She could even stop here and it would be fierce, but she's trying to go to blonde. She's not gonna stop here. Don't get me wrong. She's not stopping. But if she wanted to, this would be acceptable. This is a nice warm brown color and it looks gorgeous. So I don't know why she's acting like this doesn't look good. Let's see what else she has to say, but I don't really understand.
And I've had my hair up, so it's already, if I was deciding to do this, like before, I could just definitely put this straight over, but that would be far too easy, wouldn't it? And I like to make things extra complicated. So we have 30 volume bleach. Why did I think that I'd got 20 volume? 30 volume might be an issue. I've actually got another 30 volume because I thought I'd got 20 here. I've got some more bleach powder because that just didn't seem a lot in there.
We got a developer with a powder next to it. We got a kit. We have a little tiny thing of 30 volume. Why not just a big tub of powder and some 30 volume? Why not? Huh? Why do we gotta do so many different things?
We've got two kind of blondes here and here. So we've got a very light ash blonde and we've got a light ash blonde. Now, my thought process is if I can't budge this warmth, I'm going to add a little bit of this into this to make it more like a strawberry blonde. But we're going to go in with the bleach.
That was the most hectic shit I've ever heard. She's going to mix the box dye with the other box dye. One's permanent, one's semi-permanent, one's... Holy shit! Just stick to one goddamn thing, please. Or just use a permanent or semi-permanent toner. I swear, guys, there's so many applications for semi-permanent toners. I don't know why everybody goes with permanent. I don't know why. Semi-permanent is so much more forgiving, it's so much easier to work with, and it makes your hair feel better. And if you use a color like mine, it'll have bond booster and proteins built into it, so you don't have to buy anything else with it. It's so easy.
But I think we need to kind of... We didn't manage to get our roots yesterday, so I think we need to start off with the roots. Which Bread Mondo would not suggest roots first, but I think on this occasion, I think he would probably agree with me because, let's see if you can see my, so you've got my natural here, which is the grey, and the very light brown, and then it goes into the darkness. Okay.
All right, you can do this so many different ways. Listen, I would do it a very complicated way, which you're definitely not going to do, which is totally fine. But the complicated way to do this, and to kind of do it correctly, I would take that foil, boom, lay my little section on there, boom, start with the darkest parts, lay some 20 volume on that dark part, okay? Boom, layer those foils, do all the dark parts first. Go around the entire head. Once that dark part is lifted to a nice orange color, boom, go on the mid-tones. 20 volume over everything, pull it all through. Boom, go quick, move around. Then pull all those foils out, do the roots with a nice 10 volume or 20 volume, depends on how fast everything else is lifting. That is the complicated way of doing it. The other way of doing it is however the f you want.
We're gonna set ourselves some bleach up. I need to Google the ratio and then we'll be back. Now I've gone for like quite a thick consistency. Right, I'm going to start to foil, but I'm going to need full concentration. So once I've got some done, I'll be back.
We are really scrunching up those foils, aren't we? Ugh. Guys, we don't need to close every single foil. I definitely have videos on this. I will link them below. You just lay the foil down, another one on top. No scrunching, no folding necessary. It's so much easier. What happens when you scrunch these foils down really tight is it kind of wipes off color on like the places that are scrunched really tight, you know? Like you're squeezing the color off the hair. There should be a lot of color layered on the hair. If you squeeze it and you squeeze it tight, there's not enough color on the hair. It's gonna dry out very quickly and you're gonna end up with spotting everywhere. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I love that. How do you do the heart? I love that. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is a Hall of Famer. She's going to the Hall of Fame. Send her off. Girl, that is a foil creation. Damn. Congratulations. You were in the Foil Hall of Fame. This looks sickening. Wow, this is Met Gala. This is high fashion. It's really giving a lot for me. Wow, though, that is scrunched up as can be. You are going to have a very spotty head of hair when you rinse this out. I can already tell you that much.
I can see that my ends are developing, but this is like red. How long do I keep it on for? I need to Google this actually. Okay, so I'm leaving this on for 30 minutes.
Now guys, unlike permanent color, bleach has no set amount of time it needs to be left on for. You gotta use your eyeballs to check the lightness of the hair. That's why if you've ever gotten your hair done in a salon, we always come over to the chair and we open up the foil and we look at it and we go, oh, 10 more minutes. Oh, 5 more minutes. You know, we gotta keep checking it as we go. Now, as you get better at that as a hairstylist, you kind of know how much time each thing takes, but this is a color correction, and with color corrections, you just never know what's gonna happen. This could lighten in 15 minutes, it could lighten in 2 hours. We don't know. So you gotta keep checking it. So there's no set amount of time and there's no like direction to follow with this.
Yeah, I can see my roots are... Do you know what? I really don't know how this is gonna turn out. I deliberately left one more bleach and we've got 2 bleach powders left, So for anything which is like really, really bad, then we can go over it again. The back, I'm awful at trying to get doing the back. I don't know, guys. I am not feeling that hopeful about this one. Okay. We're red, yellow, orange.
Hold on.
Bit of dark in there as well. My main concern now.
I have to say, surprisingly, this is better than I thought it was gonna come out. And it's pretty bad. The only real big issue is the root area. She has like a little bit of root here and then a whole bunch of root there. And then she has red. It's a problem. But the mids and ends, pretty nice. Pretty clean palette she's got there.
Is whether we're gonna have enough. That hair little stripe there.
Oh, not the stripe.
Not so much as a concern about if we can rectify it, it's have we got enough product to rectify it. This is our last one, so we're just gonna go for it, guys.
We're hitting those roots with 30 volume. You better work fast, girl, because this is gonna process quickly. But you probably need that 30 volume, honestly. You gotta kick that red out. Kicking that red's ass is not easy. It's a tough one.
It's mainly just trying to get it. I'm gonna try not to get it so like on the ends.
Girl, what is this sectioning? Just straight across. Straight across. Not zigzag, just straight across. I swear it will be easier. It takes one more second. It'll make your life a lot simpler. I swear.
They don't need lightning, and it's really difficult not to want to just like drag it down. If we get hot roots, it doesn't matter because we can put a root smudge on it.
Oh, she's definitely overlapping onto those already blonde sections. Oh, I feel like we're gonna see damage. Oh, I feel like we're gonna see some hair fall out. Oh. We're also starting on the front of the head. You're doing like the easiest part first and the most fragile part first. So start with the back. It's the hardest to see. It's the hardest to do. You want the most patience when you do that section. It also is tougher hair. It can take a punch. It can take a beating. All right, she's working around the head. She's doing some crazy ass sectioning. At least she is going on this orange part and trying to get the orange out. I mean, that's a pretty good idea. But damn, those sections are looking more and more wild as she works around the head. I mean, they're like pieces here, pieces there, every which direction except for straight across in a nice straight line.
Okay, so this is what's happening now.
Girl, you might as well have just done the root. You tried to avoid it, but you weren't gonna avoid that.
Whatever we're gonna get. If I had another lot of bleach, I would have done some more bit, but we do have okay, so we've got this to go on the root, luckily, because I kind of knew we would have some sort of issue here. It's just like, I mean, I've still got a lot of orange at the bottom.
No! Stop with the permanent color. We don't need it. A semi-permanent color would have been the best situation for these roots, or semi-permanent. This root touch-up thing looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie, with the little brush on it. I kinda like this. I mean, she can definitely use the permanent color. It's not going to like absolutely demolish her hair. It's just not necessary to lighten the hair again with 20 volume. You just need to pause it only. But at least this root smudge will stay on her hair for a long time, which it does need to cover up these issues.
Guys, this is the final results from the hair. Now let me get into natural lighting so you can see. So we have still got, we've got a little bit of the warm there. As you can see, we've done kind of the root smudge as well. But overall, I think we did really well.
Absolutely killed it, demolished it, ate it up, and shoot it out and spit it out, and did the damn thing. It looks decently really good. It doesn't look perfect by any means, but wow, she just saved that with that root smudge. Yes, girl, go off. Wow.
I have decided to do something that I've always wanted to do, go blonde. I have very short hair right now. I take really good care of my hair, so I feel like he could handle it. We're going blonde in our bathroom at home. This is my hair now. and I'm gonna go blonde.
All right, it looks to be colored, like not her natural color, but colored. And it is on the finer side. So just be careful with that bleach because it can eat away at your hair. Obviously, we all know that. But yeah, especially on fine, fragile hair, it can really do some damage. I'm a girl with a little bit of fine, fragile hair. And so if my hair gets broken by bleach, I'm lacking some hair. My hair looks thin as fuck, and that's not cute. Please be careful. You already did it. I don't know who I'm talking to, but anybody who tries this out here, please be careful.
I bought 2 of those because I'm probably gonna have to put more than 1 round because I have brown hair and it's colored. The blonde that I'm going for is this one. It's not too blonde, but it's okay. Also got purple shampoo, so it's gonna be okay. I have almost no experience, but I have been somewhat blonde. I had blonde like.
We're using a bleach box kit and then we're using a permanent color. You already know how I feel about this. You don't necessarily need permanent color over your bleached hair, but I guess you can do that. It's fine. I mean, it's fine.
This seems like really legit. I need it.
I love how she's like surprised at the legitimacy of like, there is bleach in the bleach kit. Like she's like, whoa, that's cool. I love that.
It says in this, put the entire activator. And then it says to put both of the packages. This smells terrible. Number 2, a lot of powder.
Now, because this is a box kit, we are not sure exactly what developer is in it. 90% of them do not label the developer. I think it's probably 30 volume, but unsure. Which will probably be nice for her, except, you know, I would probably do something like 20 volume on her and make sure I use Bond Booster in the formula so we can avoid breakage. Fine hair like this can really handle a lower volume developer and get really light very quickly.
Okay, now it's creamy. You said to start where the hair is darkest. My hair is all dark, so there should be no problem there. Last chance to back out, no backseat.
Girl, what happened to our sectioning? Why is that section so big? We're taking a big old chunk, babe. La, no, 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 don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Slice across, thin sections. Goop, 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 goop. Go on to the next one, again, goop, 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 goop. A next one, a goop, 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 goop. Get it nice and on there, and don't squish down on your head, which we're gonna see her probably do. She's combing through the section. Oh my God, nobody ever does that. And I'm so happy. Combing through your bleach is so underrated. It can just like make the whole thing 10 times easier because even if you do chunky sections, you can still get it distributed on the hair pretty nicely and evenly if you just comb through back and forth in different directions. It'll get on there. And then layer more bleach on top once you comb it because sometimes the comb can wipe off some bleach and we don't like that.
It smells horrible and my eyes are burning.
Girl, my girl is dying with this bleach. I mean, girl, these lungs, oh, you'll hear me sniff a lot. It's because I literally have not, my nostrils are burned from bleach. That's why. Oh, we're going roots to ends. I didn't realize we were going roots to ends.
The thing is, when you color your hair brown, if you mess up, it's okay because you probably already have ish brown hair. But when you're making it blonde, you need to be really careful because it's so easy to get it spotchy.
She is working her way around that head, getting every little spot she can, and then on the root too. But it does seem like she is missing quite a few spots, which is not gonna be good for our end result, obviously. I don't know what happened. She is reapplying this bleach, which I love to see because she is noticing that, girl, this shit is dried out and she needs more. We need this to be like thick and creamy on the hair, nice and white. Now, before she ends this, hopefully she doesn't twist it all up into a bun.
20 minutes, let's go. It's already blonde.
She twisted it up in a bun.
Okay, we're back. This is the color I'm left with. Yeah. It's not the worst, but this is not the color that I want.
I'm not even worried about the color. I'm worried about the damage that just happened to your hair. We need a trim. We need layers put on that hair. We need to get rid of those dead ends immediately. But the color, it's orange. Obviously, we both see that. And I think she needs to lighten it again. However, I just don't know if her hair can handle that. I can't feel through the screen, so I can't really know. Wouldn't that be cool if I could just like grab it? Like through the screen.
So I have 2 hair color boxes and I'm gonna try to fix it.
Now, if she wants to just tone it from here and not bleach it again, which seems like what she's doing, you definitely gonna want to do a root shadow instead of just a bleach because it's not gonna be even at all. And she's putting a box color on that looks like a creamy blonde color. There's not gonna be enough blue pigment or purple pigment in there to cancel out all this orange, and you're not gonna get that same tone.
Because this is not looking good. I'm gonna use the first one. I hope that I can use them 2 times instead of having to use everything at once, because with the bleaching I wanted to bleach it twice but had to use both bleaches. So I hope it lights up. Okay, round 2.
The good thing about this box color is there's probably 30 volume in it, so it's going to lighten her hair. It's not going to give her the tone she desires, but it's going to lighten it past this probably like deep orange phase. We're getting all that permanent blonde color all over this head, and it is starting to get dark, which I do like to see ultimately, because to kick out this orange, we need a lot of power. But looks can be deceiving. Sometimes you can put this color on, it can look really dark, and you rinse it off, and it's like super light and did nothing. So that kind of sucks.
Okay, this is how the hair is looking after the second color. It's looking a lot better.
I was gonna say it's looking better. Ish. I don't know if it's looking a lot better for me.
A lot close to the color that I want, but it's still orange. I know that if I put more bleach,
it's still definitely orange and yellow. We need to bleach again.
because I have 1 more box, but I know that if I put this in my hair, it's gonna hurt so much because just blow drying it was hurting. It was like burning. Can't do that, but don't want to go out like this because this was definitely not the color that I was going for. We are gonna blue purple shampoo it for 5 minutes.
Now, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? What have I always told you? Purple shampoo ain't gonna kick out orange. It's just gonna make those lighter spots look gray. It's funny how many times I say that, by the way, and nobody believes me, and I keep saying it.
After the shampoo, this is how my hair is looking. I wouldn't say it's too bad. Like,
oh my god. It's not great, but I'm glad that you feel good. You know what I mean? Like, you go off, girl.
it's not horrible. So this is before styling.
The purple shampoo tinted a little bit of her hair. Definitely didn't do much.
This is the blonde that I want. This is just a little bit too orange, but before. This is another light, but this is how it's looking so far. To be honest, I don't know if I like it or I hate it, but it's the hair that I have now. Probably gonna get used to it.
Okay, this is workable. Color it copper. 7C. Beautiful, semi-permanent color. Your hair will feel better, it'll look shinier, and it'll go with your complexion a lot better than this kind of like muted orangey color. I'm getting a vision, and I need you to do it because we're almost there, but this is where she left it, unfortunately. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out more videos of mine here and here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, beautiful.